Hey guys, so sorry. I was having a technical error, right, guys? Okay, so for that, I'm so sorry, right, guys? थोड़ा थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो गया था इसलिए थोड़ा पावर चला गया तो इसलिए सब कनेक्ट डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया मेरा वाईफाई डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया सब कुछ डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया बाय चांस राइट गाइस ओके यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट वन राइट गाइस ओके तो अभी अभी हम लोग शॉर्ट की बात कर रहे हैं ठीक है we are thinking for the shots only we are trying to pull towards the downside right okay so most probably we are aiming from this levels right so actually our shot was below this levels okay guys you should understand that one जो हमें अभी वो शॉर्ट प्लान कर रहा है इसका नीचे से है शॉर्ट alright so we are taking risks from the top right okay so actually the shots was below this levels right guys okay below this levels right okay but we are taking risks from the upper side only right now all right okay so from wherever you want it right above these levels at least you make sure that whatever you plan it right is still good for the shots right okay wherever you plan it right on the upper side, but you manage your risks accordingly, whereby the market shouldn't pass above these levels on upper side. Your stop loss should be above these levels on upper side, right? So this is what I mean to say, right? So shots, wherever you want it, you can plan it below inside this zone, right, guys? Okay, so inside this one is all for the short zones only, all right. If you wanted to be going for the scalpings, right, you need to get exactly one entry, right? So right now I have told you all you can take a shots below this levels, right, guys? Okay, so some might have taken the shots over here as well right okay so most probably we are planning towards the downside right guys okay so most probably so actually the market the price should be below this levels right okay the shots should be below this levels but we have been planning from the top only all right but make sure that while planning on a downside right okay so it is not going above this levels that's only you need to watch it right guys okay so overall we are going for these levels on a downside for the BTC right guys okay so main aim for the shots is going below these levels but since the market is on upper side we have been all right we have been taking risks from the top right it will get confident only below these levels right because like that will be a liquidations on a downside below these levels right okay it is going to play around a bit all right guys okay it will take some time all right because this is in the right right now in the like play around zone right guys okay welcome everyone welcome again right guys okay I just had a technical error because of that one you might have missed you might have thought that I've gone right so until and unless I say bye right then only I will go right guys otherwise I will be in the live stream only right guys with you all okay, so got hi guys, welcome everyone, welcome hi all right. We are planning on a shots right. Today we are doing only one trade, small scalpings. We are ignoring it that one right guys, okay? So we will try to plan only a shots right, okay? Towards the downside right, okay? It might like to play around in the zone, let it play right, okay? Below this stands for us short positions. So for those who wanted to go for the longs, aggressive long right guys, okay? Let the market pass above these levels right on upper side then only you can plan for the longs right okay above these levels you can plan for the longs right okay so above these levels right you can target maybe above these levels right okay if it wants to go on upper side right so below these levels I will be planning for the shots only all right guys let's say guys anyways right a little bit holding trade but a big target one trade only for tonight right let it play around wherever it wants to go up down let it play around and the final our mission is to come to these levels right market have to come to these levels and decide whether the market is trying to push an upper side or downside if it happens to break down towards downside we'll be giving a good shots on a downside right below these levels right guys okay so big boom is going to come below these levels right okay so overall we are planning for the shots only all right guys okay so far so cool right guys okay hi guys welcome everyone welcome guys welcome hi hello all right so above this level our shots is going to get in is going to get breached right okay so maximum levels I told you all market can go up to this levels and try to again come down to its downside if it happens to pass on upper side then you will be getting on a longer side. So we can start shorting in this levels only, right guys? Okay, we can start shorting it and hold it, right? Okay, holding trade, it's a holding trade, all right guys. Okay, most probably this will be a holding trade for you all. All right, let's see guys. Maximum levels, if it happens to test it, right, it might like to test an upper side, pass an upper to see whether this is getting through on upper side or not, right? So maximum levels it can do up to this levels and should get rejections and try to go on a on downside move, right? Most probably. So you can have multiple TPs on a downside. Okay, we can start planning shots from here only. All right guys. Okay, so I have already operated one short positions. I'm holding on a short positions right now. All right guys. Okay, this was the levels that I have given you all. So what we have checked in this levels, right guys? Okay, while planning a short is, all right, so most probably market was trying to plan one more time, right? We are expecting a rejection. So planning shots over here is a little bit risky though, but risk always comes with a reward. So actually our short position stays below this levels, right? Yesterday, right? But the market happens to move on upper side, so we are tracing our shots on upper side, right? Whereby you have extra 1.35 percentage from the top, right? Okay, so this is what we are aiming for tonight, right? Let's see guys, anyways, right? So we keep booking some profits while getting some real profits, right guys, on towards the downside, marking your own TP1, TP2, TP3s, right? Okay, so you can keep playing with that things, right guys? All right. We are aiming for Bitcoin to come to this level. All right, it might like to play around a bit and have to give to this towards the downside, I guess, most probably. This is what I feel. Please time frame, please. This is on 15 minutes time frame right now, guys. All right, this is on 15 minutes, a little bit holding trade. Okay, this is going to, because you have a big targets on a downside, right? Okay, so I have given you all the big targets. Entry current SL kya hai, please? Entry we can do it short entries from here only. If you wanted to hold it, right, if you have foremost, right, okay, you can enter from here only. If you don't want to, right, if you don't want to get into FOMO, wait for the price to go up and get reductions, right, and wait below this levels, right? Okay, so that will be a good entry after the confirmations. But if you have foremost, you can keep entry, doing entry with a small time frame, right, small fund, right? Okay, so market will play around in the zone a bit. All right, okay, it will try to fake you out, right? Lots of things, noise is going to play inside this one. All right, once it happens to clear out towards the downside, then it will be easier for you all to plan towards the downside, right? Okay, so overall we are holding for the downside, little bit holding trade it is. So you can plan accordingly with your funds, right, or whatever you have, right? Okay, so your funds, it will depend on your funds how much you wanted to plan. If the market happens to move on upper side, right, so above these levels it will stand alongside, right? Okay, it shouldn't be going above these levels, right? Okay, it should be getting rejections. Maximum levels it can go is this levels, and it should go down, right? So entry is this levels from here, right? So exact entry for the confidence rate is below this level actually. All right, okay, so below this levels I'm taking risks and trying to plan from the top, right? I have planned from this levels, right? But for you all, this can be your entry, right? Okay, so within this box, wherever, if you are market is, if its market is within this box, you can plan it, right? But your stop loss should be above these levels, right? Market shouldn't pass above. All right, if it happens to pass above, then market is going to be up bullish. All right, okay. Nothing much financial advice now, guys. Make your own research. All right, make your own research before you move in, right guys? Okay. Make your own research. I'm not a certified financial advisor, right? You should know that one. Okay, so whatever I'm saying is only for the education purpose, understanding purpose, right? Okay, so why we are planning this levels, right? So actually why I'm saying this is the levels that I would have shot it. Okay, so this market happens to I have been explaining you all yesterday as well, right? So market was playing inside this one, right? Below this levels, market tried to break out on upper side. again give a breakout towards downside, right? Okay, again retest it, right? So third levels, if it happens to give the breakouts below this levels, right? Okay, you are going to get a good move towards downside. So we have been taking risks above these levels. So this is the all risky levels that we have, right? Okay, so but risk always comes with the rewards, that you should know that one, right? Okay, so we are planning on a shorts from here. All right, okay, so this can be an entry. All right, within this box, no problem, right? What we have seen is while planning for this shorts, right? So small trend, you have seen this levels, right? We have a small trend. If I am like if I have gone mistake, right, that might be another thing, right? Okay, but market have tried to do the breakouts from this levels towards the downside. So market have again tried to push you on upper side one more time, right? And coming down below those levels, previously this was the support that you have in this levels, whereby the market have tried to break out below this levels, right? So breakout, one retest was done, right? If it happens to confirm this on a downside, right? Okay, so for the confirmations, what it have to do is just push one more move on a downside from this levels. All right, okay, then it will be confirmed. So whether it goes all the way to play around, take out all the shots, or whatever it does, it doesn't matter for us, because like market is going to come down definitely, right? Okay, so we will get confirmed, right? So from these levels, if the market happens to pass on upper side, right, so how much it goes on upper side, that will be just the retest doing it, right? It needs to get, it will get rejection from certain levels and get come back one day, right? So one time, right? Okay, so for now we just need to observe whether the market is passing below these levels or not. All right, okay. So let's try to wait, right guys? Okay, these levels, let's try to wait it. So maximum levels is creating another retest zone on upper side. Why I'm saying that it can create one retest zone, and again is like, if it is a for shots, right, you should get rejection wherever it does the retest, right, till this levels, or wherever it does the retest, it should be coming back again and closing below, right? Okay, if it happens to pass above these levels, right, okay, so most probably passing above these levels, it will be trying to convert towards the bull side. All right, temporarily bull side or the sideways, whatever it is, right? Okay. So we can hold it, right? So today we are planning only the holding trades, no scalping, just holding a pick towards the downside, right? From the uh nearby entries, right? So entries above this level, anywhere can be entries, right? Okay, if the market is inside this one, you can have an entries, right? Because like main our aim is to enter below these levels. All right, okay, you can go with a small fund from the top, and later on if it happens to confirm this one, you can go with a normal fund and trace this one, the extra move. All right, so while going on a while going on a downside, we are just tracing the move to reach the downside from this levels. This is the risky levels that you have. We are just tracing that 1.4 percentage on a downside while going on our directions, right? Okay. So main aim is to plan below these levels, but while planning below these levels, we have to hold a lot, right? And we'll be missing the top as well, right? So we will be taking risks from the top. So far so good. So you can plan, understand what I'm saying, and you can plan accordingly, right? Whatever you're doing, whatever you are doing, right guys? Okay. We are expecting something like this. Let me see on the gold. Good evening, Shy. All right, Shy, good evening. All right, okay, it couldn't hold on upper side, right? Okay, so if it happens to go on upper side, you'll get a good long entries for the gold scalping. All right, so I wanted to show you one move whereby the gold have done the similar things, if I get any examples. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I get any examples. Second. All right, yeah, exactly this one. We are planning something like this. All right, okay, so take it this one as your levels, right? Okay, so see this one, all right, this pictures and this pictures accordingly, all right. Okay, let me show you on a bigger time frame, right? This pictures, all right, this picture, all right, see these levels, this levels, this levels, these things, all right. Okay, let me clear this off, all right, all those things, so it will be clean for you all to understand it. Something patterns, you can check the patterns, right? Okay, so market was trying to break out on upper side and got a, again got a rejection from these levels, right? And see these levels whereby the market have, so this is my big levels. So we are in this levels right now planning a shots, all right, you are in this levels planning your shots. Okay, so market can go on up upper side one more time, right, to retest this levels, right? So overall we are thinking for the big shots on a downside from this levels towards downside, all right. Okay, example on the BTC, right? I'm going giving this example, all right, I'm giving an example. So we are planning similar like this, right? Actually our short position stands below this levels, okay, and we are targeting towards the lower side, all right. So actually our stands below this levels, all right. Okay, so it stands below this levels towards the downside, right? Okay. Same example, all right, I'm giving you the same example, all right. So we are in this levels right now, all right. So while going on a downside, you are trying to trace a small move on a downside, right? So this levels was marked and you are trying to plan your short positions in this levels right now on a BTC, right? Okay, so in this level zone, I'm just giving you other examples, okay, just so that you can understand it. So actually our stands, our level stands below this levels, but we are planning a risk from here, right? So while going on a downside, we are aiming for the downside, right? So in fact, if the gold was trying to push above these levels, right, to try to break out on upper side, that will be a long, right? So in fact, again, if the market right now, this is the levels right now, you are planning for the shots, right? Okay, if it happens to push above these levels, right, that's going to be a long positions on upper side, just for your understanding, all right. Okay, those who are interested, okay. If the gold happens to pass above these levels, right, it can play around in these levels, right, it can play around, right, and we need to get towards the downside, all right. While playing around, we make sure that the BTC is not passing above these levels on upper side, all right. If it pass, then it will be long above these levels on upper side. Just a second, all right, I'll tell you about the gold as well, all right. Okay, so these levels we have been planning our shots, all right. Okay, so this was the levels that we are planning for the goals, right, for the shots, right, and we are aiming to come to this levels, all right. Okay, similar things, right guys, just try to understand, right, similar things. Okay, so we are planning to come down towards the downside, all right. So main aim is to plan below this levels, but we keep taking a risk from this levels right now on a BTC, right? Okay, so from this levels, so you get 1.4 percentage extra from this levels, all right, extra, all right. Okay, so we are in this levels right now, gold in this levels right now, playing inside this box. Okay, so this is the playing around zone, all right, for us. Okay, so BTC overall we will be targeting towards the downside, but while playing in targeting on a downside, we make sure that BTC is not passing above those levels on upper side and trying to break out on upper side, hold on upper side, so we can keep holding below these levels, right? Okay, and aim for the downside move for the BTC, right? Okay. So gold, so this is what we can see in a gold. So gold on a bigger time frame, right? Okay, so you're observing whether the market is trying to push you on upper side or not, right? So gold as well, right? Okay, so most probably if it happens to push you on upper side, small scalping can be traced on upper side, whereby longs will get entered over there, all right. Okay, longs are going to get entered over there, right, but most probably overall, if you are looking for the confident, right, gold as well, right, you can plan your shots below this levels, right? Okay, so if you happen to stay in this one, right, if you happen to if you happen to check this levels, right, gold again one liquidations is standing below this levels, right? Okay, similar like BTC, right? Okay, So one level is standing below this levels for shorts to gold, right? For the gold, whereby market can target you below this levels, right? Okay. So moreover, okay, so right now gold can target on upper side as well. Give a small scalping right now. All right, it can give you, don't focus on upper side, right? It will be too noisy for you all. Above this level, it is going to be too noisy, right? In case if you are planning your scalping, then only it will be good. All right, okay. So gold, but one thing, gold have not clarified this level one more time, right? I will expect the gold to clarify these levels, right? Then only pushing you towards the downside can be expected, right? Most probably trying to push you above these levels, trying to create one inverted head and shoulder patterns, right, in these levels, right, and trying to move towards the downside, right? Okay. But most probably, if you're waiting for the good trades, confident trades passing below these levels, right, it's going to be a good setup for you all. For the gold as well, if you have a holding patience, right? Okay, you can start planning shots from here only, right? Okay, while going on upper side, it will play around zone, right? You need to have a capacity to hold, so accordingly small fund can be activated from these levels and trying to push one more time towards the downside, right, from these levels, right? Okay, so this can be expected. All right, so this can be expected on the gold as well. Okay, guys, so just you'll be waiting for the shots. All right, if you don't want to fall all into the noise, this is a holding trade. Okay, guys, this is going to be a holding trade for you all for the gold. All right, okay, so maximum levels, if the gold happens to pass on upper side, will be touching up this point. All right, okay, and trying to target towards the downside if you are waiting for the scalpings on upper side, right? Okay. So for the BTC also playing around zone, right? Okay, but inside this one it will try to play around a bit, and later on we are hoping for the market to come towards the downside directions. All right, okay, so this is what we are looking at, right, guys? Okay, play around zone and trying to push you towards the downside. So I have given you the examples as well how the market reacts, right? Okay, so I have given you the example of this levels, right? Okay, so this levels exactly same patterns, right? BTC as well, you see, this levels marked, right? This levels, right? So in this levels play around and push you towards the downside, right? Okay, so same levels, same things. All right, okay, if you are able to understand it, if you are able to understand it, push you towards the downside. So similar things, right? We'll be expecting similar things, right, over here as well. All right, for the gold as well. All right, so maximum levels touching up these points, right? Okay, touching up these points, this levels nearby that levels, right? Okay, so what you will be waiting, if you are waiting for the confident trade, just for the shots, let it go, whatever it does on the upper side, let it do. All right, in case if you are taking a scalping, risky scalping, you can expect the price to move at least on this levels, right? A little bit upper side, giving a wink on upper side, these things can be expected, right? Overall, you'll be checking for this levels to give you other move towards the downside one more time. All right, for the BTC as well. All right, okay, so this is what we are looking at today. All right, okay, so let's see, right, guys, so we need to observe whether market is moving in a bearish, or as soon as the market tries to reverse its directions, we need to be active for that zone. All right, okay, so for that zone we'll try to uh we'll try to get out immediately from the short zones, right? Okay, for me, I have planned my shots from here. All right, but for you all, within this box, right, this rate levels box, it is good to go for the shots, I feel. All right, because your target is towards the downside and you need to plan accordingly for your funds, right? Okay, so far so cool, guys. All right, makes sense, guys, little bit. We are following small price patterns over here. All right, small price patterns. All right, at the same time trying to see small price actions as well. All right, okay. Gold, scalping an upper side can be only this levels or touching up this point and again coming back towards the downside. All right, so that will be the risky zone whereby I told you all in this levels we can plan one scalp, right? If it happens to break out on upper side from this levels, at least passing above this levels and trying to touch up this points, right? For the scalpers, only for the scalpers and small traders. All right, if you are not scalping it, if you are not trying to follow in the noise, right, it's not valid for you. All right, on scalping an upper side whereby you can trace an upper side can be seen whereby so above this levels it shouldn't pass above that level. Then if it happens to pass, we can plan a big move on upper side, but most probably we are expecting rejection from this level, so it is going to be a little bit noisy, right? Okay, so overall what you are doing, you are waiting for the price to fall towards the downside, right? Overall, all right guys, okay, so this is what we can wait for. All right, if you're waiting for, then that's well and good, right? If you're not able to wait, then I don't know, right guys, okay. So once it happens to pass till this levels, we can expect the gold to short it from this levels as well, taking risks this much and trying to push you towards more side, towards the downside if it happens to give you all the move on upper side, right? Okay, BTC also trying to play inside this one right now. All right, it will play around inside this box. All right, sometimes it can directly give you as well, sometimes it will give you a small breakouts on upper side, right? Again push you towards the downside. All right, so most probably something like this can be expected. All right, but nothing much financial advice. Okay guys, make your own research before you move in, right guys? Okay, so whatever you do, you try to do on your own research. All right, okay, so a small fund we can plan it for the shots. All right. समझ गया ना guys, कुछ confusions. Mm. So within this box, anywhere you can plan for your shots entry, I guess, right? You make sure that, all right, you make sure it's not passing above this levels on upper side. If it passes above, then we are going to get breached and market is going to move for the long side. All right, okay. It might like to give you a small push up on upper side again, swap you towards the downside, right? Okay, you can expect the small sideways in these levels as well. All right. Similar like the gold that it did in these levels, right? Which I have given you the examples, right? Okay. Yeah, something like this. Small sideways can be also expected whereby you are going to get bored. All right, okay, something like this can be expected in BTC as well. All right, okay, so this is a sell zone for us. All right, got it, guys? So far, so clear. Hope that is clear. Hope that was helpful, right? I try my best to explain you whatever I understand, right? Okay, so this understanding level is, this is the retest that we are having again one more time, right, for the upper side move, and we are making sure that we should be getting rejection, right? Okay, if it doesn't get rejection, then shots will get breached, right? Okay, otherwise it should follow these rules, right? Simple rules towards the downside move after it makes sideways whatever it makes in these levels, right? This can be observed in this level. All right. Let's wait, right guys, let's wait and see. Have patience. If you have operated well and good, right, but we can go with a small font only in this levels. Okay, it will get confirmed once it happens to break below this levels and holds below. All right, something like that, the example that I have given you all, right? And trying to push you towards the downside. Okay, guys, this is a holding trade for you all right, not a scalping. This is going to be a holding trade for you all right. Today's is a holding trade period, all right, because like I wanted to continue this holding, all right, since I have planned from the top, right? I wanted to continue this holding till the Saturday or Sunday, right? Saturday midnight, right? Or the daytime. If it happens to give you move towards the downside, right? One move, and from here again, so maybe Friday towards this zone, right? Again, making sideways, whatever it is, then planning towards this zone. Below this levels actually, but I have given you the shortest TPs on a downside. Nothing much financial advice. Make sure you make your own analysis before you make your decisions, right? I'm not here to manipulate your decisions. You should know that one. And we are going to talk a lot today, right? Because it is going to take some time, right? If it gives directly, well and good, right? But if it makes sideways, we can expect sideways in these levels as well, right? If it gives sideways, we are going to hold it for that one, right? Okay, most probably. So understanding the market, all right, understanding the simple pattern right now for this move, all right. Market able to break out on upper side, but not this retest, not able to push you on upper side. So this is the last retest for this long ones. So all the longs will get give up from here. They will get give up from this levels, all right. So they are waiting, they are patiently waiting, thinking that this is going to give them the breakouts, right? Okay, so if it happens to give the move towards the downside, they are going to get give up from here and they are going to get removed, right? Okay, so lots of people will get give up from here. They will get out from the trades, those who thinks very well, all right. Okay, so this level is a noisy levels. I have told you all yesterday as well, right? Okay, noisy levels that we have in this level. Let's hold, right? Okay, have patience. Let's see. We can take small risks from these levels. Well and good if there is no sideways, right? Gold, for the gold, since it have not completed the move till this levels, right? I have not given directly shots over here, right? So we can just wait for this levels. Okay, so certain trades only we will be able to take it. We won't be able to take all the trades. Okay, from which country, brother? Manoj. No, no, up. So if it happens to Manoj, all right, if it happens to pass above these levels, then only you can plan for the longs, all right. Okay, so below these levels, if it is not able to push above these levels, we will be planning for the shorts only, all right. Okay, if it happens to push above these levels, then we'll start thinking for the longs, all right. Then no more shots, all right. Okay, no more shots. Okay, above these levels, if it happens to pass above these levels, then this is my levels up for the zones of the buying zone, all right. Above these levels, we'll think for the long side. Okay, otherwise below these levels, right? Okay, we'll think for the shorter ones only, all right. Trying to plan the shorter zones, all right. Okay, actually I have a short position from here activated this morning, all right. I'm holding for that one on a downside, all right. I'm from Bhutan, Mr. Hope, all right. Mr. Hope, how are you doing? Welcome, brother. Welcome. Where are you from, Mr. Hope? एंट्री लेवल क्या है? सचिन गोल्ड का बता दिया है अभी. एंट्री बता दिया. अमरीश सफान. ओके, शॉर्ट इट. ऑलराइट. सौगात. हाय हाय. Everyone, hi hi. Alright. So let me mark something like this. Above these levels only. Longs. Okay, level of interest, guys. This is called level of interest. In case if the market happens to pass below this levels, this is going to crash towards the downside. All right. Okay, market is going to crash towards the downside. That's lovely, right, guys? Okay, you can have multiple TPs, right? Till this levels, you need to keep booking some profits. All right. Okay, so below this levels only, it will be confirmed. All right. Okay, so if it happens to push below this levels, then it will be confirmed that the market is pushing you towards the this levels. All right. Okay, downside. Okay, guys, so we'll try to plan longs above this level. Okay, if it happens to stay above these levels, below this levels we'll be planning on the shorts. Let's wait, right, guys? Okay, patience, have patience, wait. Let's see. Broken out. Holding trades. Okay, guys, this is going to be holding trades for us. All right, trading on binary options, not yet trading on forex. Planning to get into it. So Nagaland. All right, good to know that. Nagaland. I had a friends from Nagaland. Binary option is going to be very risky, Mr. Hope. Is really, but every most of the people, right? So most of the people, even me, right? Firstly, we have always tried a binary options, right? Before we have try to come to this trading field. All right, most of the people, right, those who are trading, right, will see that they have come through that zone, uh, that phase only, right? Binary options, most of the people are going to get started from there. All right, so they will know that this is not going to work it out later on, until and unless they don't know, right, they don't realize that the market, the binary option is not going to give them the money, then they will keep holding over there, right? Once they realize that this is going to be totally a risky, right, then only they jump to the a trading field, and they will find out that trading is also a very risky, right, guys? It's not that easy to make dollars in the trading field, right, guys? All those things, right, will be seen, right? Okay. Then they start learning, right? Then there starts with the phase of trading phase, right? It starts with them, right? Okay, firstly losing phase, gambling phase, losing phase, right? Then what? Firstly comes a gambling phase, right? They won't know anything, right? Then they try to learn something else. After losing, they lose a lot of money. They try to learn a little bit, right? Okay, they try to follow others, right? Okay, they totally try to learn it, right? Again, get bashed from the market, learn it again, get bashed from the market, learn it again, right? All those things are going to happen. Okay, they step by step, right? Then only it comes to a little bit okay phase, right? Whereby you'll be making profit and losses equal. Then it will come to the phases whereby, like me, right, make losses as well, makes profits also, but losses becomes a little bit less, all right, and the profit becomes more, right? This kind of phase, all right. Dawood Jan, all right, welcome, hi, bro, welcome, brothers, all right, okay. So all the professional traders are they are not. It doesn't mean that professional traders doesn't lose at all. They knows, all right, when they are losing it, they knows when to get it out, right? Okay. So they have their own levels. For me also, I have my own levels. Once the market tries to divert these positions, even for me, I'll take the loss and get out from the immediately from that trade. Okay. For the scalpers, they can take lots of trade, okay, inside this one, but I'm not taking it any. Just one move downside, one sided today for today, all right. Above these levels, again, I will be one sided, okay, on the upper side. I'll think only for the longs, okay. If it happens to pass above these levels, then we will start thinking for the levels to go up to this level, $65,000, right, making a new high in these levels, right? Okay. All right, guys. Okay. So it's going to take time. If it is making sideways, it's going to take more time. All right. More people are going to get confused in these levels. All right. Hopefully now sideways. We can always expect. All right. Okay. if it gives if it gives no sideways, that's well and good, but we keep expecting so we can get prepared accordingly with if it happens to turn out sideways, what to do it, right? Not to get confused, not to plan a long shot, right? Lots of people are going to plan for the long shot inside this one. All right. Okay. Manoj, the kale. Oh, okay. Maybe you have your own reasoning, right? So I'm not here to manipulate your decisions. If you're thinking your longs, right? Again, I'm thinking for the shots. If contradicts, right? Don't think that. Sometimes I may get incorrect as well. You might be right. All right. Okay. So you have to think it. All right. I'm not a certified financial advisor, right, guys? Okay. I'm just explaining you whatever I understand, right? Rest, you have to take your own decisions. If you think on a long and I'm thinking on a short, so it doesn't mean that I'm correct, you are not incorrect, you are incorrect, something like that, right? Okay. If your level of reasoning is okay, right? Okay. If the market happens to pass on upper side, I might, I may be not able to see the things that you have seen, right? That's also possible, right? Okay. So back because of that one, right? So always take your own decisions, right? Okay. It's only for the education purpose. So I'm just showing you all whatever I understand. All right. Okay. You should know that one. So why I'm thinking long above this level? First thing is, okay, this is the resistance. All right. If it happens to clear it out, already cleared out, right? So one more time, if it happens to break above these levels, that's going to be long, right? Above these levels, we are going to go for the longs. All right. And the next thing is in the trend, right, guys? Okay. This was the breakouts that we have on a downside, right? From the average, we have broken down towards the downside, right? Okay. We have broken down towards the downside from this average towards the downside, right? Okay. In case if the retest this breakout is proved as a wrong, then we will think it as a, so this levels, right? This is the levels that you have, right? Okay. This is the levels, retest levels that you're having right now, right? Okay. So in case if it happens to join the trend, right, that is going to be MSS, right? Market structure shift, right? Okay. So market try to trend wise. I'm trying to do the trend wise now. All right. So this is the levels that it have broken down, right? This is the retesting phase, right? Okay. Market is retesting in this level. All right. So whereby you will be booking once it happens to come to $62,221, right? You'll be booking one profits, right? Already this will be your supports, right? Trend support of the retest zone, right? Okay. Your TP1 have to be booked in this levels. All right. So in case if the market happens to change the shift, change the trend, right? Okay. From this retest zone, right? If the market happens to change change the trend, if it happens to change the trend means goes up and stays above, right? Then we can plan it for this levels on upper side. Okay. Then we can plan it. All right. The trend, right? Market try to break out from the trend. This is on the retest phase. If the market respects this retest, right, good move on the downside, right? Okay. But in case if the market happens to change the trend on upper side from this levels, then we can think for the longs. All right. So this is just for the explanations, right? Why I'm thinking in this levels, right? What I'm thinking, right? All those things, right, guys? Okay. This is what I'm thinking. All right. Maybe right or wrong, right, guys? Okay. Can be right or wrong. One bigger trend that I've tried to draw with you all. On a bigger trend as well, right? Market have tried to push you a small move on upper side, right? Okay, coming back below this levels, it's going to be a shorts again, right? Okay, so for the long ones, market needs to pass above again for this levels as well. This is the breakouts on upper side. Holding on upper side is going to be a long for you all, right? But in case if it happens to break down, get a rejections from the sideways, right? Again targeting towards the downside, right? Okay, this is what we can think it for now. All right. The target is this one. If it happens to be long, if it confirms on the long, if it passes above these levels, we'll try to activate longs, right, and target these levels, right, on upper side. In case, right, if the our shots fails, right, okay, we'll be ready for that one as well, right, okay, not totally shorts, not totally long, right, whichever directions it gives, we'll take it. Right now, since it have broken down on the downside, all right, we are trying to take on a downside moves. Make your own research, okay, guys, all right. This is totally what I understand, right? You how you understand, you react according to that one, right? Okay. I'm not here to manipulate your decisions, right, guys? Okay. We should know that one. Make your own research, okay, guys. All right. Dragon is not a certified financial advisor. All right. Okay. So most probably in these levels, it is going to take time. All right. So if it makes sideways, then it will going to be extended till these levels. All right. Going up, going down, going up, coming down. Right. In case if it happens to pass above these levels, then only we'll try to plan long and try to catch up this move on upper side. Okay. So below these levels, this is the zone for the shots only. All right. Oh, water is nice. Mm. You are you are going to take scalping, guys? You wanted to take scalping? Requested for the scalping. Let's see the small time frame if I get it for the longs sideways. Okay, if it pass up this levels, you'll get one long scalping. Scalping, guys, only for the scalpers. Let's go to 1 minute time frame. Let's try to, if it gives sideways, right, one scalping, this zone 0.743. It gives sideways, risky long scalping, all right. Okay, manage your own risks, right? Just wait for one moment. Let me try to delete this one. Why should I show it? Scalping only, guys, okay, in case if it happens to give you the sideways. Market one, one long scalping, all right. As soon as it crosses below and holds below 1 minute time frame below this average point, all right, of the trend, you are going to close that one, all right, in case if it happens to go incorrect, all right, on the scalpings, all right. Okay, guys, you try to understand. Only the scalpings overall, we are on the short zone, right? Okay, so we will be trying to, if you are guys are interested, I'm not taking in, if you guys are interested, right, so while going back in the side zone sideways, if it happens to give you all in the zone, right, you can scalp one move inside this one. In case, guys, only the sideways. Nothing much financial advice, guys, make your own research, all right. Okay, not a holding, guys, this is just scalping. Scalp in case if it happens to make sideways. Hold. Market try to break out in this levels, right, retest it. This is the last levels of retest. Market try to give you the move towards the downside, people have entered short in this levels, right. Okay, so market is trying to remove the stop loss, all right, of those who have planned for the shots in this level. Long scalping 0.7 percentage. Hi hi and on hi hi. This is just a scalping, okay, guys. Overall, we are waiting for the shorter positions, right? Okay, trying to, if it happens to give the retest on a downside, right? Okay, I mean, like, if it happens to give the sideways, you can take this one, right? Okay. 0.7 percentage, not much, but 0.7 percentage there is for the scalpers, right? This is crazy. Long scalping, guys. All right, target this level. Overall, we are looking for the shots as well today as well. All right, okay, guys. So just for the scalping, in fact, if it happens to make a small sideways zone in these levels, right, market not able to decide on upper side, downside, right, okay, and the small breakouts found on a 5 minutes time frame, right, because of that one, we can take one scalping on 0.743 percentage of the scalpings, right. Nothing much financial advice, okay, manage your own risks, right, take your own risks, do manage your own risks, right, okay. New York sessions starting, guys. Trading sessions, let me add the indicators. Trading sessions. Not started yet. New York session is not started yet. Still, let me add a watermark for you all. Bottom right. Okay. Only for the scalpers, okay, guys. All right. Those who are interested to take the scalpings, nothing much financial advice. Make your own research before you move in, right? In case if it happens to make sideways in these levels, we'll try to trace this level one more time from the top. Mhm. Mm. Hopefully, it gives you all with the SL and TP. What's the SL? Okay, hi Anon. Hi guys, Muslim there's still wait to entry. Entry no. Overall, we are looking for the downside move, right? Okay. If you are trying to scalp, you can scalp within the zone for a while. All right. If you are getting bored, okay. Entry, exit, entry. While going on upper side, do nothing, right? Okay. While coming on a downside, once it gets rejection from here, can plan this scalping on a downside one more time. So for those who are looking for the shots, right, this is the short zone. You can make entries within this box. All right. Okay. You can make sales. Those who are holders, right? Okay. Those who are holders. But make sure if it passes above these levels, we cannot hold on the shots. All right. Okay. That will be the long zone. All right. So below inside this box, right, this will be the sailing zone for you all, right? Okay. Holders. All right. Holders. Those are holders. For me, all right, nothing much financial advice, right? You should understand that one, right? Okay. मेरा मन क्यों झुक जाए ये बंधन ना जाने क्यों. Holders take one positions. Scalpers, those who are scalpers, can take the small positions. Okay. New York sessions about to start. Let's see, all right, what we have for the New York sessions. If it clears out directly without sideways, well and good. New York sessions, trading sessions, New York sessions about to start. About to start, guys. Most probably breaching this longs scalping. All right, guys. Market is breaching this long scalping. New York sessions shouldn't be giving you the sideways. 0.23 percentage will be gone, guys. If it breach. New York session, come on. Mm-hmm. London sessions. Still pushing downside. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. This long scalping's breached, guys. One move, we are getting out. Scalping. Only up shot at 63,470. Let's see, brothers. Oh, you are scalping, bro, Manoj. You are scalping. This shot is for the long term, guys. Okay, not scalping. This is for the long term. Means need to hold more than 2 to 3 hours. You're saying up, up, up. I was wondering what you're saying it. Just scalp. Yes. Hi, hi, Jerry. Jerry, hi, hi. Excuse me. New York sessions, why? Taking time. Come on. New York sessions give some move. Kati. Ani men ani background gi ani jong ma tengai ti dark jong ani tong ha cham chen bi chap ka dark chen bi background light jong ma ani ben bi on baby. Breaching, breaching the long scalp. Breaching, breaching, breaching. About to breach, gone, guys. All right, 0.23 percentage gone for the scalpers. All right, 0.23 percentage gone for the scalpers. 0.23 percentage gone for the scalpers. Let's see, where's hold? Let's hold. Holders can go with a small fund already a short us big time frame. Nice. Short scalping breached, okay. Long scalping. मेरे जीवन में तू आजा आजा रे आजा तू आजा रे आजा ओ let's see if it makes a small retest soon. This looks like a down again. Market is pushing one more time towards the downside. Then only it might like to give small pullback and try to move. Do not sell now. Let's see, bro. Let's hold on the shots only, okay, guys. Let's not plan random things, right? We'll extend our stop loss a little bit. Maximum levels for me, right? It should be playing within this one and should be giving you all the moves. All right, okay. It happens to play. So overall, we'll be waiting for the downside only. All right, okay. We'll try to plan longs only above these levels. All right, only above these levels, you'll think for the longs. Mhm. Crazy, crazy BT. Longs, we cannot plan it because like markets is totally on a downside, right? In fact, if the market happens to move down without any retest, then again the long scalp is going to be with a small profit, right? With a small profit, you are going to get swapped down, right? Okay. So if it is planning, if market happens to give you the retest on the upper side, right, that's well and good, right? Okay, you'll be tracing around small amount of amount, but most probably it is going to be very risky to plan longs, all right, even if it gives you all right. So overall, we can plan for the small fund from here, short a zone, right? In case if it happens to go up, we can still hold it until and unless it doesn't make any long side move, right? Okay, so in case if it happens to go up and clears below these levels, then we can go to with a normal fund and try to move towards the downside, right? Okay, so let's try to be only one directions, right? Okay. That will be more risk free, I guess. All right, because like you never knows, right? Sometimes market will move without the retest as well, right? Okay, so that will be risky for the long ones, right? Okay, so we keep going with the small fund, right? In case if it happens to breach from here, in case if it happens to give you all the reverse from here, right? If it changes the directions, right? If it changes the trend, then we might like to go with the close all the short positions, small fund short positions, and try to move on the upper side. All right, okay. Otherwise, again, if it gets rejection, we keep holding and try to move on the downside. But in fact, I have a short positions running from these levels towards downside. All right, still okay. I will be holding until and unless it gets diverted towards the long side. All right, this is going to be the plan. for today especially. So if you keep going for the long shots, right, both sides, then you are going to get exhausted already. मेरा मन क्यों झुक जाए ये बंधन क्यों झुक जाए. Let's see whether it gives sideways or not. All right. One long short position started from here. Those who are second entry. If it gives, well and good. Patience, guys, patience, patience, patience. New York session started or not? New York session started. No, not yet. Right. Just a second now. giving a small pullback on upper side, right, guys? Small pullback given on upper side. Pushing, breaking out on upper side at the same time. Okay, breaking out. Manoj was right. Manoj, you are right. Okay, so most probably holders can hold it, right, guys? Okay, holders. New York session started. New York sessions give the pump on upper side. New York sessions does a random thing. All right. Shots, right? Don't hold once it happens to go above this levels, right? It's still valid, right? Okay. Once it happens to pass above these levels, you cannot hold it for the shots. All right. Otherwise, you can keep holding, right? This is a zone for the sailors, right? Okay. Sailors. Oi. Let's not plan long shot, okay, guys, because like most probably I'm expecting price to get rejection, even if it gives a pullback till this levels, right? Okay. Or else it should give to you direct towards the downside. If it gives pullback, this is our second thoughts. All right, we get ready for that one also. All right, okay. What we can do is this levels, most probably you might be getting sideways. If it is not getting sideways, right, okay, we'll directly go down, right, till this levels, right. In case if it happens to make any sideways in this levels, right, we should be getting ready for that one as well. All right, okay. So New York session started with a New York session, so may or may not give the sideways. All right, New York sessions too bloody full. New York sessions. All right. We are not planning any longs, okay, guys. Longs will plan only above this level. All right. Firstly, we tried to plan one longs, but that was breached, right?
कुछ बंजारे बंजारे. Yo, bro. Guys, still holding. All right, guys. So overall, right. So today I need to go, I guess, right? But overall, we'll be holding for the shorter positions only. All right. Okay.
So in case if it happens to breach above these levels, right, if it happens to pass above these levels, then only it will be a long positions in these levels, right? Most of the time market will try to fake out the longs and give you the move towards the downside. It will act as if like longs are getting in, right? Longs will be invited in this levels, right? Okay, usually, okay, usually it does a lot of time. All right, okay. So I think in a weekdays it should be respecting that rules. All right, so I have a rules whereby this levels, right, market will try to give you the breakouts on upper side, right, invite the longs, but most probably that won't be a long, right? Okay, so it will try to squeeze the longs in this level, so we won't be planning any longs, right? Zoni bedo mashe ko request jab gislapte I'm saying nakana kuchidu wate katia. So most probably, right, guys, okay, so in this levels again I'll be thinking for the longs getting faked out only. If it happens to give maximum level, it should be giving here, right? Okay, so otherwise we can't, I can't plan any longs in this levels. In case if there was a long scalping till this levels, I would have planned it, right? Previously I had planned one which was breached previously from here, right? It moved down and breached us, right? Okay, so in these levels most of the time the longs are going to get faked out. All right, guys, this zone is very dangerous. All right, so most probably for at least, right, for today, right, it will be trying to, I think it will try to come down below this levels only. This is what I'm expecting at the same time, right, guys? Okay, so you shouldn't be, in case if it is not a fake out, right, you will know immediately, right, market happens to pass above these levels, right, guys? Okay, market will, let me keep, yeah, market will try to pass above these levels and hold above this level, then only we can go for the longs. Otherwise it is very risky. If you are very careful, right, rather than going from here, right, you won't know whether these are real breakouts or not from here as well while planning for the breakout strategy, right, guys? Okay, so from next move, right, next move it gives, right, you can plan on that one, right, then only you will be knowing, then you can target this levels. In case, right, in case if this fails, right, our setups fails, right, but overall it might give you the sideways or whatever it is, right? You can expect sideways in these levels as well, right? Like I have drawn over here, right? So most probably I'll be expecting a fake out for the longs in this zone and trying to push you towards the downside, right? Okay, in this levels. All right. Okay. If it doesn't, if it fails, then immediately from this levels you'll know it. Then you need to get exited, right? I'm still holding my short positions right now. I am at break even, right? Okay. So one positions can be from here as well, right? Once while going on upper side you cannot do it anything, right? While coming on a downside you can plan from here, but if it makes sideways it is going to be a little bit boring for you all. So may only after 4 to 5 hours you might like to see the move towards the downside. So most probably you can have place your stop loss. I won't be definite above this levels, but above this levels you should be placing your stop losses if you're planning for the shorts, right? Okay, if it happens to breach this one, right, okay, if it happens to pass above these levels, right, okay, then that's going to be a long positions for you all on upper side, whereby you will be changing the trends and you will be passing on upper side, right? So right now the market is at the retest phase for the for the shorts, right? Okay, I've activated my short positions, and once, so usually this zone is for this is lots of noisy zones, right, guys? Okay, this is going to be a noisy zones. Moreover, we are waiting for the shots below these levels. While waiting for the shots, we are taking risks from the top only. All right, guys. Okay, so we are taking risks from the top, right, with a small fund, right? And in case if it happens to pass below these levels, then it is going to be so confident, right, guys? I have given you the example of the gold, right? Okay, whereby the gold have given you one move similar like this, right, whereby there was a sideways, right? So today you expect sideways, all right, in this levels, so it might like to play 1 to 2 hours inside this zone, right, guys, getting rejected from this levels, right? Firstly maybe a swap up can be quickly pushing up breakouts and swapping out can be expected in these levels, right? Okay, if it happens to hold above, you'll immediately know that after it gets the breakouts, you will get a retest, right? Then if it passed that one, then you can plan on upper side, no problem. Otherwise, below these levels, this is totally for me a short zone. All right, nothing much financial advice, you should know that, right guys? Okay, whatever we are doing is not a financial advice, right? Okay, you should know that one. All right, okay, so most probably this is only for the education purpose only, right guys? Okay, so whatever I know, right, I'm explaining you all right, okay, thinking that it might be benefited for you all, right? So how you take it, right, is up to you all, right? Whether you can take it as a just a rubbish thing or anything, it's up to you all, right guys? Okay, so most probably you can expect small fake out moves whereby longs are going to get invited in this levels, lots of longs are going to get in, all right, from here. So don't get faked out in these levels if you really wants to plan for the longs, I guess, right? Next move on upper side, all right, once it happens to give breakouts on upper side, and the next angle, if you try to plan it, then that will be a beautiful one. All right, so less risky, less profit, less risks, no risks of losing, right guys? Okay, so otherwise, if you have planned a short position from here with a small fund, as I have told you, all right, until and unless it doesn't gives you a diversion from here, breakouts on upper side, and you should have a capacity of your small fund, right, holding up to this levels until and unless it gives you the positions for the longs, right? Okay, it is going to give you the position for the longs, but you're not going to freak out over here, right? Okay, so you will know it immediately anyways, right? If you are following this whatever I'm saying it, right guys? Okay, so in this level, sideways or downside, fake out, lots of things are getting clustered together in this zone, right? Okay, at the same time, small retest zone can be expected, right, whereby the one retest have been done, and the one retest zone whereby after completing it, maybe small push up will be given, but you need to observe it very carefully. It doesn't mean that the longs are not valid, right? Okay, but it means that there is a high chances that longs get faked out, all right? Okay, so you shouldn't be planning like you're thinking, it should be shots all the time, something like that, but rather you will be thinking like a positive way whereby you will be observing whether the market is giving you the real move of the breakouts for the longs or not, right? Okay, so I'm still holding for the shots, right? Okay, I will be holding for the shots until and unless it doesn't give you the move for the longs and upper side, right? Small fund activated, right? From this levels for you all, I think you have activated from here, right? You need to observe it very carefully in this levels, right? Okay, most of the time this longs get faked out on this levels, right? Most of the time, all right? Okay, so you just be careful, all right? Because like people who are planning in the retest phase, they won't be doing anything from here only, they will be trying to plan for the breakouts, right? In these levels, they usually the scalpers will take in, right? Okay, the rail breakouts, after the rail breakouts, right? So people more retailers are going to get attracted in these levels, right? Usually, all right, usually it does it, all right, and usually it gives the fake out to them in these levels and swap them towards the downside. So this is what we are expecting, but if it runs in another way, you should be ready for that one as well. It doesn't mean that totally the longs cannot be activated over here, all right? The more probability looks for the shots, but at the same time you shouldn't be totally like thinking, oh, it should be shots anyways, right? Something like that, all right? Okay, so this is what you can do it, right guys? So for today I think it needs to get it will take time because like we are planning on a bigger time frame, right? So you got us entry at the bigger time frame. We didn't try to be a definite, right? Later on the smaller time frame, we observed there is a one move whereby market can give you all the move on a side, and this can be your entry as well, right? Okay, so overall we are waiting for the short below this levels, but we are taking risks from the top, all right? Okay, so this is the risky zone whereby lots of time, it will take time, right? And it is going to do the retest, it is going to do the fake outs, lots of things, right? If you don't have positions, right, then if you wanted to wait for the confident trade, this might be a good zone to plan your shots and try to move towards the downside, right? So tomorrow when we come back, right, it is going to take time. So 1 hour time frame, you see the time time we have, right? And the move that we have is like very slow. It has a possibilities to make sideways as well, right? It's going to take lots of time in the zone, all right. All right, so overall we'll be focusing only on the shorts for now, all right. In fact, if it happens to break out on a side, then we'll try to think for the longs, all right. Okay guys, so this is plan for tonight, right? Okay, so let's see tomorrow. We'll try to come back, right, and see this move firstly, right, whether it respects or not. All right, okay. So usually this is what we do it, right? So yesterday also have been planning on a longs, right? And only this morning we can see that a move was completed, right? Okay, move was completed. So it is going to play around. Don't get freaked out with that one, I guess, most probably, right? Okay, and you can plan it accordingly, all right. But you should know that this is not a financial advice though, right? Whatever I'm thinking, whatever I'm sharing with you all is just my thinking, all right, my explanations, right? How I think, I'm sharing with you all right. Okay. So maximum levels is this one for now, all right. Otherwise it has a direct chances of going towards downside as well, all right. We cannot say anything over here, all right guys. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. We'll try to come back tomorrow and see this move have been given or not, right? Most probably we'll be expecting market to move below these levels, but I have given you all this shown. Whatever is shown is just the basic, the first thing that the market is going to do it. So it after this one, it's going to take time and it's going to give you all. In fact, we'll be targeting very long on a downside, right? Okay, so let's see. Anyways, if it happens to respect, I'm going to hold this trade for more than 2 to 3 days towards the downside. So I told you all this is a holding trade, right? So this is the levels whereby we can plan it, the shots, right? Okay, so this zone is wherever it is, right? So we can plan the shots for the downside, so making sure that market is not able to push above these levels, right? Okay, inside this zone we will be planning only for the shots, right? So if there is a long position, short position, only the scalpings, I think you can take it. Otherwise, your resistance is nearby, your supports is nearby, you are squeezed in these levels, right? Okay, so it will be very risky, right? Because like for the longs also, if you happen taken from here, well and good, right? Scalping, small scalping on the side, okay, whereby you have a big chances of quickly breaking out and swapping you towards the downside, right? Okay, so let's see guys. Anyways, we'll try to come back tomorrow and see this position firstly, all right, BTC, all right. So if there is any update, right, if it happens to reverse it, I might like to share you all in the group as well, right? Our group, right? Okay, in the Telegram group, all right. Okay, so I'm still holding. I will be holding it for a while, all right. Okay, so it will take some time, all right. You should know that one, all right guys. So if you have any questions you might like to ask, otherwise maybe 1 to 2 minutes, then we'll try to close it right for today, all right. Okay. Anything to ask, right guys? Okay, so whatever you do it, don't try to be aggressive, right? In these levels you can plan with a small fund only. So when the market happens to pass below these levels, this is our confident level of shorts, right? Below these levels you can go with a good normal fund, right? So if you are planning with a $1,000, right, this might be a positions only for 250 or $500 from the top, right? Okay, so once it happens to come down, then only you can go with a normal fund. This is what I mean to say, all right. Okay, so in this levels, if it happens to break out on upper side, right, so noise zone is especially a noise zone. It won't be giving you the profits that easily, right? It's going to make you all confused in these levels, right? Upper side, downside, upper side, downside. It's going to happen something like this. So as I have drawn for you all, right? Okay, this can be expected, right? Okay, so something like sideways. That example I have given you all on the for the gold as well, it is trying to go to touch this levels, right? If it happens to, most probably it should be giving fake outs on this levels. You will be waiting for the shots below this levels. So if you wanted to take more risks, right, so this was the long scalping that I mentioned to you all earlier, right? Okay, so if you wanted to a little bit take more risks, right, you can plan from these levels as well and plan towards the downside for the goals, right? Okay, so this is the example that I've given you all today, right? Hope that was helpful, right? Exactly the same patterns that we are having in a BTC tonight, right? Okay, so most probably this is the levels that we are running into in the BTC right now, all right. Okay, so Right now you are in this phase right now, all right, in this levels, all right. It might like to give small moves on a preset, and a small sideways can be expected, whereby whole day Thursday might be there as well, right? Okay, if it gives you the clear directions, that's well and good, right? Okay, this was the example that I have given you, the same structures that you have, all right. This we are just following some patterns in this levels, right? Okay, so you are in this levels, but below this levels of my confident rate states, right? Okay, so in this levels is noisy zone, right, whereby it can give you directly towards downside as well, right? It will play around a lot in the zone, right, guys? Okay, so lots of zone. This is going to be a play around zone for you all, right? Okay, from there only, then you will get a, after getting out of from that zone, then only you'll be getting a real move towards the downside or upper side. So making money in this level is not that easy, right, guys? Okay, it is going to be confused, lots of noise is going to be there in this zone, all right. But we can keep holding on one side, right, with a small fund, right? And this is what we can do it in this levels, right? According to the situation we trade it, right? So this is what we can do it, right? Okay, so we cannot be aggressively planning on our shots and saying you should be moving on a downside as well, right? So in case if it happens to change, give the change, then you should be ready for that one as well. Accept the loss, get out, right? Okay, so trading is all about the loss and profits, right? You should know that one, right? Okay, so most probably I will be expecting sideways only in this level, all right. If it happens to give you breakouts, small breakouts is noticed in this levels, right? Okay, small move, smallest move can be expected, right? If it is a swap up, quickly break out on a preset and swiping you down, that's well and good, right? Okay, so that can be expected. What I mean to say is, right? Okay, so that's all for today, right, guys? Okay, we'll try to come back tomorrow and see this move, all right. So usually this is a long holding, little bit holding period, right? In case if it happens to make a sideways in this levels, it is going to take more than 3 to 4 hours, 5 hours, then only it might like to give you the move towards the one directions, right, guys? Okay, that's all, guys. Okay, have a good time, take care, signing off Dragon, see you all tomorrow, take care, guys, all right, bye bye. I need to go for family dinner tonight, bye bye, see you all tomorrow.